Okay, we are live here from the Snake Pit, and we are here talking all things Rattler basketball. I'm Hope Ward, and I'm joined by the one and only, you all know him and love him, Coach Charlie Ward, Jr.
Yes, I'm Junior.
Got to make sure that's always important.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be talking all things Rattler basketball for a little bit here. Just want to hang out. Mix, and there's a lot of things coming up, but I just first kind of wanted to go back through what we've done, what's in the past right now, because there's been a trend for the Rattlers, and that's kind of like streaks. Because
Yes.
they lost the first game against Bethune and then went on a 5-game winning streak, and then unfortunately have dropped the last 3. So what have we learned from our nice little runs of streaks of wins and losses, and kind of how are we reflecting on the first part of SWAC play?
Well, people, when we lost to Bethune. It was a competitive game on the road. It was our first SWAC game as a unit, and they didn't have all of their players. They were missing one of their key players during our game, but we were competitive, had a chance at the end, mismanaged the clock a little bit late down the stretch, but we learned from that and came back and beat some good teams, Southern, Grambling, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Mississippi Valley, to kind of give us a good start. And everyone was high and mighty, and we were 5-1 at one point. And then we came back to play Jackson at home and ended up dropping that game. Jackson got beat pretty good by Bethune a couple nights before, and they came in and literally stole the game. We were up for the most part at halftime and even late in the second half, and they made shots and we didn't make shots when it came down to it. At the end, ended up losing by 1, and we then proceeded to go to Alabama, which there are two quality teams, Alabama A&M and Alabama State, and play well. Mainly, well, not Alabama A&M. We started up first half from an offensive standpoint. We were literally 4 for 25, which is unheard of in a competitive game. When they were playing really, really well, but our defense stood up when we needed it, and then we made our free throws. We were 10 for 11 in the first half, and then they hit a crazy shot at the end of the half to go up 6. And then the second half comes and they poured on, they get a little cushion, and we weren't able to break that cushion. And then we had Alabama State, which they're a very good team as well. We were leading at halftime, still didn't play our best, missed opportunities in the first half to improve our lead, but we did have a lead at half, by 7, I do believe. And then we proceeded to come out second half and let them catch up right off the jump. And then in the end, they found a way to make multiple threes. We're working to improve is not having these laws from an offensive standpoint and being consistent there. And then defensively, just continue to improve upon. When we don't shoot well, we have to defend at a higher level. And we get stopped sometimes, and then we'll either turn it over or not get a quality shot or whatever it may be. But we're growing and learning, and at this juncture, we're 5-4. With 2 home games coming up here, and just like anything, not sure. We were picked to be 8th in the conference or in the preseason, so we beat expectations so far, and we're looking forward to the second half of the season, which will be very similar. Good quality teams, and we have to play our best basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the coming season, and you've got 2 big games this weekend, and this is the second of games in which this is the only time you'll play these 2 teams. You're playing Texas Southern on Saturday, and then Prairie A&M on Monday. So what are we looking forward to in those 2 games? This is the only time you'll be seeing those 2 teams.
Well, at home we have this deal where we don't want to lose, and so we've been fortunate to be that pretty good in the conference. We only have 1 loss so far, and Texas A&M and Prairie View have been very similar type teams. They've been up and down as well, and actually just played each other last game. And it's been, there's going to be another battle. 2 great coaches that's been in the league for quite some time, and their teams understand their identity, and they have some shooters. Texas Southern has some quality guards. They play hard, and it's going to be a tussle for us, which we're not immune to tussles, which that's what we've been doing all year. But that's a good thing that we've been in games for the most part, minus the Alabama State game. Late we got to let them get away, but all the other games have been close games for us. So we're not expecting anything different, but we definitely have to bring our hard hats, which is what we need to do every game, because they have 2 bigs and some quality guards that we're going to have to guard on both ends. But we're looking forward to the challenge. They do a lot of good things from an offensive standpoint. A lot of good things, meaning they give the ball to guys that can score, and those guys can make scores.
That will certainly do the trick in times of needing to score and whatever. But also just kind of looking past this weekend, since every single team after this weekend is a team that you've seen before. Either you will be going to them or they will be coming to Tallahassee. And so kind of looking forward to that, because right now I looked at the stats, the SWAC standings earlier today, and currently there's only 2 games that separate 2nd place from 9th place. So there's a very small margin in there, yes, especially with the SWAC tournament coming up very shortly in about a month or so. And so what are you guys looking to capitalize on or build upon or change in your meetings with some of these teams again?
Well, as far as the teams that will be repeats, they'll all be challenging, of course, because you're playing them twice. And there'll be some tweaks here and there on both sides, but at least we'll have some game film now to go off of. They'll have very similar, and we just have to continue to improve, the areas that I mentioned earlier. Just having good offensive possessions, being able to score the ball, and also defense, learning from our past mistakes that we've had defensively, whether it's not rebounding or getting long rebounds or working to stay in front of guys, because in the SWAC there are a lot of great one-on-one guards and players that you have to guard. And so, the second time around, that'll be something we have to improve upon if we want to win. Especially, at home, you kind of feel good about those games because you're at home and the momentum, but you still got to go out there and put forth the effort.
Correct.
And then on the road, like you talked about, the teams we're going to be playing on the road, they're quality teams at home as well. And so when it's all said and done, it's going to be the team that puts the ball in the basket the most and gets the most stops and execute at a high level. We have to continue to improve upon that. And of course, you never know health-wise, if you're going to have all your guys, and you want to make sure that you're healthy playing these games as well. So, because there were some teams we played earlier, and some of their players didn't play for whatever reason, and so that's just another time for us to see how we can make it happen against those guys who may not have played against us the first time.
Absolutely, and yes, putting the ball in the basket is very important because, I timed it, and it was 15 minutes and 29 seconds against Alabama A&M that a ball did not go through the hoop for the Rattlers, but that's okay. We will not have that happen again.
Field goal wise.
Yes, field goal wise. There's free throws that kept the score close, but still, that was a good portion of the first half.
That was very tough to watch.
Yes.
From all angles, whether you're at home or on the court.
Indeed. God bless us all. But thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you all can join us at the Al Lawson Center this weekend on Saturday and Monday. Saturday against Texas Southern, Monday against Prairie A&M. And if you can't join us in the Al Lawson Center, then you can watch on SWAC TV.
Yes, and our hostess here will be calling the game.
Yeah, you can hear my lovely voice. I know, that's all. That's what you guys tune in for. I know. But also, there's something special opening up in a couple of weeks. A certain bronze statuette will be making its appearance in a place once again. So.
Yes, there's a new, I don't know what it's called. What is
exhibit?
Oh, yes, exhibit. There's a new exhibit at the Thomasville Library that it's the Heisman exhibit that's been there for a minute. They renovated it, and so we're having a program to put it back.
A ribbon cutting.
Yes, there you go. So we're looking forward to that happening December 17th. What time?
February 17th.
I said December again.
December. Oh God.
No,
yes, February 17th at 6:30 p.m. The doors will open at 6, and you'll also have an opportunity to meet and greet with the lovely Coach Ward over here.
Actually, that's
so
my
shake hands and kiss babies.
Birthday.
Oh, looky there. That's
the twins'
extra special
birthday.
So yes, so make sure you all go and support and come see Coach Ward and come see the Heisman once again in the Thomasville Public Library. And thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Shop Talk. Oh, and you strike again.